you're on. Um, Tell me your story of the angel coming to help your son when he was so sick. Why was he sick, and what happened to him in the end? Did he die or become an imbecile, or did he move on with that physical challenge?
Where to start? Am I telling the story? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Started 2 days after his birth. He started seizing on one side of his body, and we were rushed to Chalk Hospital right away. Um, I witnessed something right after he was born where he was crying and his face turned blue. So after all the tests were done at Chalk Hospital, they determined that he had an aneurysm and that he was missing a quarter of his brain. And it was in his occipital lobe. And the doctors told me that I would probably be spoon feeding him for the rest of his life.
How old were
So
you?
I was 23.
23.
23 when he was born. And uh, so I just got down on my knees and prayed. I just really didn't know what else to do. I was kind of desperate. Not so desperate as just completely, um, I didn't know what to do. I
Yeah.
didn't know what to do with a child with that kind of
You're
prospectus. And
23, really?
I got down on my knees and I just really said, "Thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done." And I handed my son to God. And I just accepted that whatever was the plan for him, I was completely on board. And I let God know that. And just basically asked uh, God to take my son, to take him, to take charge, to just do whatever his will was for my son. So
You went to, did you seek religious or spiritual counsel?
I did. I went to, I was going to Episcopal Church at the time, St. Clement's in San Clemente, and I went and talked to Father Bob, and I had him come up to up to Chalk Hospital, up to his hospital bed, and he baptized him, and we said
Oh.
prayers, and all the nurses gathered around, and it was at night, and it was just
Wow.
beautiful. And so then Father Bob said, "You have blanket coverage." And I thought, oh, that's really okay. I'm cool with that. It just felt like a warm blanket, when he said that. Like, okay, I, I don't got this. God's got this. It's like a warm blanket, ready to roll. So then I took Kessler home, and it was really interesting. Like the trailer I lived in, their little room was in the middle, so I had to walk through their room to get to my room. And every night I would walk by Kessler, and he would be covered with a blanket of light. And I thought, the first time I saw it, it freaked me out so bad. And I looked, I double taked, and it was still there. And it was like a little blanket of mist that covered his body, a mist of light. And all I could hear was blanket coverage, blanket coverage. And I'm like, okay, he's covered. He's covered. All right. And then every picture that was taken of him for about a year, he had a little circle of light around his face. And he was going to all his developmental physical therapy for the first year. And the nurses were like, this kid's miracle. I mean, it's no reason that he should be meeting his landmark, milestones. So there you go.
Well, tell me, what month was he born in?
He was born March 28th.
Okay, all right. I was wondering if this wasn't a Christmas miracle. It sounds like a spring miracle.
He was a spring. He was an Aries
A
miracle.
little Aries baby boy.
Oh man, and he was such a fighter. He came out such a fighter.
What happened to him? Did you have to put him in a home, or did he get out of developmental?
Oh yeah, he was home with me, and then we would just go up and do his developmental, like his physical therapy. And
Did he make it through school?
oh yeah, oh he was. The thing about Kessler, he's not. I mean, he did great in school. He did really well. He went, all the way up to university. He did 4 years in university and played football and was an amazing guy. But, it's interesting because he's been compared to an angel many times. And he is like, he's that kid that all of the kids, like our Cub Scout troop, it was all of the unwanted and
Oh,
unloved kids, and like all of the cast outs, like all these other mothers, they hand picked all their little Cub Scouts. Well, Kessler's crew were all the kids that just loved Kessler because Kessler was an accepting and loving guy. He just didn't judge anybody. He loved everybody, and he's always attracted a large group of people that just
so you think
he's
that was your miracle baby?
he was so oh yeah, he's miracle baby. He's miracle. I told him when he was about 7 or 8 years old. I told him about, I said, you have a big purpose, and God knows what it is, because there are angels around you, and there are angels that saved your life so that you could be here.
There's a reason that you're here.
Yeah,
He, we all have to remember that.
that we all came with a purpose, and we came with and we come with angels too.
We come with angels. We're little children of the light.
Yep.
Well, we're going to come back to this later on, Michelle. I can't thank you enough for sharing this story.
Thank you.